Now, listen, you guys, Mingly, what is your problem? Like at this point, this girl is just doing anything, and I do believe that she thinks she's looking for clout. And we're also going to be talking about Tyla and the Sean Paul collaboration, as well as DJ Envy and Charlamagne the God. DJ Envy is tired of Charlamagne dismissing everything that pertains to people that he personally does not like on air, because the moment you mention Drake or Nicki Minaj is something negative to say. Like, so what are you doing on radio? Like, seriously. Oh my goodness. And at the same time, we also have Jess Hilarious, who's out there admitting to not have listened to the album, but is already giving an opinion. Girl, are you okay? And we're also going to be talking about Ibro clutching his pals. He is crashing out because how dare Drake posts him on his Instagram getting cooked. And people like to call Drake the sassy one, okay? Like, listen, I'm not saying Drake is not sassy, but like, all of them are sassy, okay? This is the battle of the sassy ninjas, in my own opinion. Hello, tea lovers, and welcome to the tea plug. I trust you guys are doing well, and I trust you are doing great. Personally, I am doing great. You guys, I am doing extremely amazing. And without further ado, let us dive straight into today's tea. So first of all, let us start with Mingly. Let me insert this. And I know you'd be like, okay, what's wrong with this video? She's just getting a tattoo. I will explain to you what is wrong with this particular video after I insert it. Well, there you saw that, you guys. Now, allegedly, Mingly is getting a tattoo of a man named Tommy. And you'd be like, well, what's wrong with Tommy? Well, Tommy is the Transformers ex, Cardi B, allegedly. I guess Tony is the same Tommy. I'm sorry. It's the same man who was out there sending cryptic messages to Offset. You guys remember last time when I spoke about it? When he was like, oh, well, Offset, I did protect you from this and that. That's the ex, you guys. And this is the ex that allegedly Ming is getting tattooed on her face. Now, first of all, when it comes to face tattoos about men, that in itself is a dumb decision. Okay, let's just get that out of the way. Don't do it. Do not do it. Do not do it. I repeat, okay? Because listen, we've established on this channel that men will embarrass you. We have said that men, as the great Kanye Bawu said, they will literally leave you in the desert without water. Yeah. So it's very, very bold to tattoo the name of another human being on your face. Okay? Especially when you're a woman. Don't do it, you guys. But anyway, that being said, for it to be the Transformers X again and your Nicki Minaj sister, what are you doing? What are you trying? At this point, I don't know if Ming really there's something wrong upstairs, or if she's just doing all of this for attention. Because you cannot tell me that she didn't know, the reaction that this would cause to the general public. Like, what are you doing? Oh my God, you guys, I'm so embarrassed on Nicki Minaj's behalf. Why? Like, why would you do something like this? And to have it filmed, Ming, what's the problem? I mean, I thought she was out there saying that she has talent and she doesn't need to climb on anyone's back and stuff like that. So why are you doing all these cloud chasing antics? Are these the effects of being on bed? Like, what is this? Anyway, you guys, let me mind my business. But yeah, don't ever do that. Don't tattoo a man on your face and don't you even say, oh, well, mine is not going to drop me either. He wouldn't, embarrass me. Listen, once you start saying my man wouldn't, he will start wouldn'ting like you have never seen before. Do you understand? So face tattoos about men, Do not do it, okay? Anyway, the next thing that we are going to be talking about, we're going to talk about, should we start with Ibro clutching his pearls or should we start with the Breakfast Club mess? I think let's start with Ibro. But just before that, Tyla, yes, Tyla did release a remix to Push to Start, and it is featuring Sean Paul. And when I tell you that, I was wondering before the collaboration dropped, I was like, okay, how is Sean Paul going to fit into that entire song? But when I heard it, when I tell you the song is eating, he did what needed to be done, and I'm absolutely happy with this song. I could see myself playing it all the way today. I've got some errands to run, and I'm gonna be it's nice. I'm proud of you, Tyla. I'm absolutely proud of you, Joburg girl. Absolutely. Anyway, I did see also people expressing disappointment. They are saying that it's giving Baby Boy, it's giving she's copying Beyonce and stuff like that. And I'm like, well, this is not new. A lot of pop stars that have come up, they have been compared to Beyonce or Rihanna. So for Tyla, it seems like she's getting compared to both Beyonce and Rihanna. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. And Normani's fans are not happy because they are saying that Tyla is out there eating nachos that were meant for Normani. I don't know what it is with Normani, but I do know that she went through some personal issues. So maybe that's when she decided to slow down. But while she was slowing down, new people were coming in when were going in hard to snatch the vibe, to snatch the momentum, and I guess that's what Tyla did. The next thing that we're going to be talking about, Ebro. You guys know that Ebro recently got cooked on Twitter because he had called Drake a sickness and was overly emotional talking about Drake. Like, one would swear that, well, he is a bitter ex or something, because it was absolutely not normal. So to the point where people started realizing that, listen, this is not about hip hop anymore. It seems like you've got some personal vendetta towards this man. And so the effects of that is people were dragging him on Twitter. It really worked against him, and Drake decided to post him also on his Finsta on Plot Twist, and it seems like Ibro is not having it. He went down in the comment section, and this is what he decided to respond. He said, "We'll get your mind and body right." And even in those comments, people are still cooking it. People are tired of these mainstream media platforms that are expected to be unbiased, for them to actually go out there and be biased. Because, I mean, what do you mean? You're literally an employee, at Apple, and you represent the culture, and you cannot even be objective, not even once. You make everything personal. And I will tell you that as long as Ibro, up to this day, is still applauding the dilution of female rap, he does not have any right to call out anybody. Like, as long as, even up to this day, he cannot call out the Transformer the same way that is calling out Drake. For me, it's redundant, okay? But anyway, it seems like that's not all. He decided again to go today and double down and be salty. And even his co-hosts were now playing the devil's advocate. It was like, it's not about Drake. It's not about Drake. It's the bigger picture. It is about Drake, because you had no problem with the Transformers doing it. So it's absolutely about Drake. It's about who the industry is tired of. It's about who the industry is against, because you're the same person. And for him to say that, for us who actually care about music that represents something, are you serious? I just saw you hyping up Dutch's Edgar. What is what does that song stand for? Literally, I saw him hyping Nissan Altima just a couple of weeks ago. And here he is talking about, we want hip hop that stands for the same guy who was vibing to WAP and praising people for WAP. Go away, Ibro. And all of you people who don't see anything ridiculous about this, go F yourself today, okay? I'm just kidding. But anyway, let me insert what he had to say, and then I'll catch you guys after that.
How people work in this world. The isolated sentence, Drake is a sickness, bro, that's a tough... That is, and you can't then follow that up with, yo, play my Drake party next door and think it's going to balance out. Calling someone a sickness...
But by the way, I'm not. Hit me with the button and let me get my thing off. You finish up. Keep going, and let me get my thing.
No, that's the whole.
I'm glad. I'm as someone who prefers hip hop that stands for something. We're at a moment in history where we have an artist that hit the biggest stage and wanted to make a statement. and wasn't just chart chasing and wasn't just trying to appease everybody and wasn't just trying to make something comfortable. So all the fans out there that's always been like, yo, hip hop used to do this and hip hop used to do that. We have that in this moment. Does it stick around? I don't know. But we have that in this moment. And in that audio, it's not about Drake, bro. Drake is a proxy. But and I said that in the audio. And for his bitch ass fans, and let me go a step further, and his bitch ass, to not hear what I just said right there and understand what I said and think you're gonna punk me on social media by trying to take it out of by trying to take it out of context, y'all could get the button. I love this kind of smoke because let's get into it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about chart chasing artists that only stand to appease and chase charts and make money. And we can specifically look at it in hip hop. It happens in any genres, but we can specifically look at it in hip hop. It is about toxicity. It is about chasing women, lowest common denominator, sex, and all the things that we complain about in the music.
Right.
It's all of those things. We've always, and not that we don't enjoy it. Everybody enjoys it and have fun. But what we were talking about in that clip was what happened at the Super Bowl and what this battle represented and what was under attack. And for people to be that upset about what I said after saying we all love Drake, we all love the music, he's beloved, but the fact that they focused in on me saying Drake is a sickness, what they removed is Drake is just a proxy. It could have been, and I said it in there, it could have been any artist. Many artists have done what Drake has done.
That's the point. It couldn't be any artist.
It could. It could have been any artist, bro.
You're kind of moving the goalpost a little bit because this whole thing started because it's Drake.
Because it's not about Jay-Z. It's not about Puff. It's not about everybody else.
This particular moment is not. Yes. I am not just talking about this particular moment. I'm talking about artists who have spent their time validating their existence based on charts. Not
Isn't that everybody, though?
No, it's not everybody.
It's not Kendrick.
It's not everybody, bro. It's not.
So you don't think the charts are important?
It's the artists we play on the radio. It's the artists that usually get to the Super Bowl. Yes, and that's the story, is you have one that...
Well, there you heard Ibro. He cannot believe that people are thinking it's about Drake. It's not about Drake. It's about Kendrick. Like, boy, shut... The next thing that we're going to be talking about, we're going to talk about the Breakfast Club. Now, they were reviewing Drake's album, and for some reason, DJ Envy is tired of Charlamagne the God. When I tell you that DJ Envy shut Charlamagne down, I am not kidding. You could tell on his face that he was highly annoyed. He was highly annoyed. He was like, well, Charlamagne, everything that pertains to Drake, you don't like. So we cannot expect you to form an opinion when it comes to that. Finally, people are beginning to see the light. You generally don't like this person. And DJ Envy said, Charlamagne, you don't like the way Drake talks, walks, sings, raps. You don't like anything that Drake does. So what are we expecting here? What do we expect from someone who's that dismissive of someone? I was like, DJ Envy, what happened? You guys are beginning to see the clownery. And not to mention that at the same time, Charlamagne cannot seem to stand on business. This is why I say that people who don't stand for anything are dangerous people. So he cannot even say anything objective about Drake on air because allegedly of, around the show and everything. And when it goes to Andrew, now he's seeing a master. So now he has to go what Andrew has to say when they go to that Brilliant Idiots podcast. He switches. He doesn't have the same energy that he has on the Breakfast Club. He's 10 toes down behind Kendrick on the Breakfast Club, but when he goes to Andrew, he doesn't have the same energy. So I'm just like, is this not clown behavior? That being said, before I insert you guys the entire segment of what they had to say, another person who's died in this entire conversation is Jess Hilarious. Lauren goes on there. Shout out to Lauren. Listen, sometimes she may have opinions that may contradict, mine. But one thing about that girl is she is well researched. She does her research. She does the work. She puts in the work. And I do wish she was actually the permanent one on the Breakfast Club, because Jess is just sitting there with a loud mouth, not doing anything at all. Literally admitted to not listening to the album, but then goes on to say this is not even like the old Drake. Like, what are you talking about, Jess? Like, what is this? And some of you guys want to come in my comment section, me, a commentary channel that just gives opinion just like you. This is not my profession. This is not my career. And you want me to do better, to research better, to do more. Yet you're the same people who sit on there and applaud Jess Hilarious, whose actual job is being supposed to be a reporter, a journalist, or whatever. That's exactly what she does in her life. That's her career. This is not my career. This is a hobby. But you guys want me to put in more work than Jess. Like, seriously. That's why when you come in my comment section, research more. And then you sit down and applaud at the Breakfast Club saying they didn't listen to an album, but they're giving an opinion. I would genuinely tell you to F off. And you guys always say, don't be rude. Like, what do you mean don't be rude? You want to hold me to this high standard that you don't even hold professional reporters, journalists, radio presenters to. Like, why? Because my opinion is not your opinion? Like, seriously. It doesn't even make any sense. Jess sat there and said, I didn't listen to the album. And then she said, this doesn't even hit like the old Drake album. Like, is that not ridiculous? Oh my goodness. But anyway, let me insert what they had to say. And I don't think that after this, I will be coming back. So that being said, thank you very much, you guys, for watching. And thank you very much for making it this far. If you have not already, what are you waiting for? Smash that subscribe button and do turn on the notification bell so that you will be notified each and every time that I post. Until my next one, see you.
To the smoke.
Oh yeah, we do. Because people, if anybody tuning in is going to act like they didn't tune into this album to hear if there would be more smoke, you're lying. That is what. Yeah.
I mean, I did.
Did you listen to it?
I didn't.
Okay.
Yesterday was my birthday. The last thing I was thinking about was Drizzy.
Well, it came out on midnight anyway. But yeah, I love the fact that he's rapping. I like Drake rapping. The singing, songy stuff is cool. But I like when
it's an R&B album. He told us it was gonna be an R&B album with Party. I didn't think that there was gonna be any smoke on the album because I know Drake don't want none.
Nah,
especially with Kendrick.
He's still poking. And I will say, there's one line where he actually mentions the "Not Like Us" in a song. Let's take a listen to that.
Stayed half a naked.
It's okay. We gonna keep going. We gonna keep going.
What did he say?
He said basically he's saying Kendrick is like, yo, you not like us, and he's saying no, you not like me. That was a slight shot. Now here's another one. He talks about
Lauren could be making this up, by the way. He could just be singing "Not Like Us" and Lauren just.
Why would Drake put "Not Like Us" in a song after "Not Like Us" after 5 Grammy wins after the Super Bowl? Drake is not slow, and we not gonna see her act like he is.
I thought it was like a shot being thrown.
Like
it's
Kendrick
more.
Not Like Us.
There's more.
Not like me.
There's more. All right. So listen to this. This is off of a song called Brian Steele. You know, Brian Steele is a Young Thug's attorney. Let's take a listen to him talking about putting the beef aside.
Bro, she just hit me, said put all the beef in the side. I can't. I'm heated now. Yeah, I'm get on meet up, talk about it. I'm vegan now.
Charlamagne, did you just yawn?
I was yawning when I was listening to it riding into work this morning.
So he's referencing the tweet when Young Thug tweeted at Drake, Future, and Metro and said, yo, we are brothers. Music ain't the same without us. We need to collab. But if y'all need to wait up, I got some songs.
There was another part where he said he don't care about rap beef. He too busy trying to get the party.
Exactly. And he dropped some. There are some records on here for the party. One of my favorite.
I know Party's so mad. Party got to be like, man, you waited all this time to do this album with me, and this is the best we got.
And that's the thing for me. I feel like this was more of a Drake album than a Party Next Door album. Even though there are some sexy songs on here, Drake definitely dominated this album.
You're absolutely right, Lauren. I don't feel Party on this album at all. I only got to track 11, but I don't feel Party on this album at all. You know what I'm saying? I've never been a fan of Drake singing. I do like Party, but something about what I've heard on this project thus far, it just feels manufactured. It lacks soul. It's like AI and B.
Yeah, but I would say maybe it's not for you because he does it for his core fans that like him in that area. No, I'm just telling you what you're saying because you don't like Drake regardless. You don't like Drake when he sings. You don't like Drake when he walks. You don't like Drake when he talks. You don't like Drake when he gets a haircut. You just don't like Drake, and that's fine. That's not for you. But these are for his core fans.
We're talking about music.
I like rapper Drake. You just don't like if Drake can put out the best record ever.
I'm a fan of Drake. I will say this was when I heard it. I said, "Oh, this is the old Drake, Party Drake, the good Drake." But it doesn't hit like the whole wave of Kendrick we just heard, and I hate to have to compare him to that. And I think that's what's happening right now. But it's a good project though.
It don't even hit.
I thought it was a good project. It's definitely not a Party. Is like a seed subsidiary on this album.
It ain't even about. It don't even hit. Take Kendrick out of it. It's not even. It don't even hit like old Drake. What are you talking about?
No, y'all gotta listen to this in whole from start to finish. Not here on air. I listened to it twice, and it's actually good. Like the Nokia record is good. The Meet Your Padres with Chino, I was confused about that. He's like rapping in Spanish, but Glorious, he gives like a ode to like Ice Spice and Sexy Drill. That was for the club. Like
I'm just not comparing. I'm definitely not comparing it to Kendrick. To Jess's point, I'm comparing it to older Drake. Like I've heard better Drake R&B or better Drake singing. This ain't.
You thought you was getting mixtape Drizzy? We're so far removed from that.
Charlamagne didn't never like no type
Drake
of Drake.
has always. Drake's been Spritzer Drake for a long time, and that's what we got right now.
That's exactly what it feels
Spritzer
like.
Drake is where we've been at for a minute. The
It just
Spritzer in the
feels
summertime.
manufactured. It feels like AI and B. There's no soul to it.
Yeah, well, maybe
and
we
Party
should have
usually be
played
having
some of the
soul.
songs that's better. Then we should have played them.
And I tell you one thing.
Nokia is a vibe, y'all. Y'all are.
I tell you another thing. Drake and Joe got a squabble too, by the way. Okay,
Squabble
Drake and Joe Budden got a squabble.
I think so too.
This generation different. You don't invite men to your genitals or tell men they suck the genitals unless you want to fight, kill, or suck something. Right? You call that man a D-sucker? God damn.
He definitely did.
Jesus Christ.
Y'all need to go listen to Nokia off this album.
I'm gonna listen to the album this weekend.
I am. I'm gonna listen to it.
Wake up, Jess.
The windshield wipers are going and it ain't even raining, man.
Baby, do you understand?
The windshield wipers are going and it ain't even raining.
Well, that is Jess with the mess. Thank you, Jess. Thank you, Lauren. All right.